Hi everybody, it's Coda here. Welcome to the Express Release Technique shoulder module. What we're going to start by treating is the serratus anterior. This muscle often contains latent trigger points that refer tension and pain up into the rhomboids, the traps, and it's also the functional muscle pair of the pec minor on the front as well. So we're going to start in here and then move our way up and get a lot more results with the trigger points and pain up here when we start in the serratus. So we're going to have the patient lie on their side and just start in a neutral position. We're going to start out with the flat head attachment to warm this muscle group up. We're going to go right along the ribs in a horizontal motion along with the muscle fiber direction all the way up under the armpit where the serratus goes and under the scapula and around the front. Is this pressure okay, Olivia?
Yeah.
Is it pretty sensitive?
Yeah.
Okay, let me turn down to level 1. And I'll ease up. How's that? Is that a little more comfortable?
Yeah, that's better.
A little better for a warm-up, yeah? Okay. You want to warm this area up for 30 to 60 seconds. Just get the blood flowing in there, getting the tissues nice and oxidized, nice and happy. And then we're going to start by working from short into long. So I'm going to have you bring your elbow back. Good job. So we're engaging the serratus right now. Do you feel it engaging right in here? Okay, awesome. Great. So we're going to hold that and then slowly relax forward. I'm going to sneak that gun under there. And then all the way down and out. Feel free to twist up a little bit and really get that length in the serratus. Great job. And then back. When you're ready, bring that elbow nice and slowly back to me. Feel that kind of pulling, kind of twisting. You feel that, Olivia?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Hold it there, breathe, and then slowly release back to long. Good job. Amazing job moving slowly and consciously. We want to take at least 10 seconds to do each motion so that we can get a really strong neural pathway, neural connections between the muscle group and the brain, which over time, over years of dysfunction and moving incorrectly and working at a desk, these muscles actually can develop. They can essentially become defacilitated because the brain and the muscle are no longer communicating in a functional way. And so what we're doing is we're rebuilding that functional relationship and movement pattern by doing this, as well as releasing the tension and pain, which actually leads to long-term relief rather than just short-term results. And then slowly bring that forward, nice and easy, allowing that muscle to gradually release and lengthen. Bring that arm down. Across. Great job. How's that feeling compared to when we started? Was that a little less sensitive?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on level 2, so you're doing great. Wonderful. We've got amazing results so far in the serratus. It's feeling good. And now what I'm going to have you do is we're going to lay you on your stomach. So go ahead and lay prone, Olivia. And we're going to start to work up into the rhomboids. And then what we're going to do is the pec minor on her front, into the traps, and then get into the rotator cuff. So I'm going to work this side just so you can see. So right in here, we're going to I'm going to warm this rhomboid up all the way up and down. And We like to start with a flathead attachment. It's also got an edge, so you can use the edge to get underneath that shoulder blade a little bit. So you want to really warm up the entire inner scapular area and the rhomboid, up and down, and then some horizontal strokes as well. Is that pressure okay, Olivia?
Yeah.
Feels good? Okay. And we have some trigger points in there. A little rock collection. We're going to get rid of that. Alright. Now it's time, once we're warmed up a bit, to integrate some of our express release technique, somatic movements. We're going to put your arm behind your back. We're going to lift that elbow up to the ceiling, up to the sky. Hold it, hold it, hold it up there. Yeah, and do you feel it in here?
Yeah.
You should feel that working. You even get a twist. You can push a little bit, as much as you can, to your end range. Hold it, and then slowly release. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. When you're hitting trigger points in this region, you're going to get some puttering from the gun. And what you can do is ease back on the pressure or change the angle of the device to really kind of start to work around those trigger point fibers rather than hammering away directly on them. We find that 99% of the time, hammering directly on them doesn't get lasting results. So those are a couple tips. Again, we're going to lift this elbow up to the ceiling, hold it there, really engage with this muscle, feel it working, feel it tightening, and then slowly begin to release, nice and slow. Good job, Olivia. And really focusing on the fluidity of that movement, allowing those muscle fibers to slowly lengthen and all that tension to just dissolve and release bit by bit. Amazing job, and just allow that to melt out completely. Oh, awesome. Awesome. It's feeling so much better already. This time we're going to integrate a nice deep inhale when you come up. So go ahead when you're ready and inhale. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Hold the breath in this region. Really feel into that muscle. And then on the exhale, begin to slowly release. Exhaling through the mouth. You can let out a sigh. That's a signal to your nervous system to relax, to downregulate, to release. Good job, Olivia. Good job. Wow. How are you feeling so far?
Yeah, feeling good.
Much more relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
Great. And you can do, 3 to 5 rounds of these, depending on what your patient needs. We're going to move into one more movement to engage the rhomboids. I want you to bring your hands up to your side like as if you're about to do a push-up. And then bring these elbows in, and then really start to press up. And you can bring your chest and head up, whatever helps you to really connect with engaging these, bringing these together. Do you feel those working?
Yes.
Hold that. Inhale while you do that. Inhale into that movement. And then slowly begin to relax down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, good. 3, 2, and 1. Fully let it all out. Fully relax. Good job. And we can use the fork along the spine to get the interspinal muscles, and then also at an angle to really work into that rhomboid. We're going to do that again. So when you're ready, press up, inhale, and hold that energy right in between your shoulder blades. Really feel it working. Yeah, good job. Feel those solid. Nice. Now slowly release with your breath. Good job. Exhaling as you release all of that tension, all of that discomfort. You're just invited to release from these tissues right now. All of your stress can just dissipate and dissolve right now. It's feeling wonderful. Great job, Olivia. And come back to neutral. Your arms down by your side and relax. So we're gonna work into the pec minor, and this muscle is so overused in our daily modern lives. So a lot of times this muscle is actually pulling in tug of war against the rhomboids, and what happens is this one ends up chronically shortened and the rhomboids and traps end up chronically lengthened. So then they form trigger points to stabilize the whole shoulder. So a lot of times when we are working in these regions on the back, the trigger points and issues persist because we need to remember that everything is a functional muscle pair and they're all moving in tandem. So when we can get in here into the pec minor, major, and in this clavicular region, we can actually create much more lasting change in the shoulder region. So what we're going to do is just warm up the pec minor. I'm going to have the flat head on level 1 because most patients are going to be really sensitive in this region, especially if they haven't been massaged there very often. We're just going to let the percussion do its work. How's that feeling, Olivia?
Good.
Are you okay? Awesome. And I'm going to turn up to level 2. Do some strokes. Is that okay? Not too intense? Alright, good. And then into the pec minor, kind of a diagonal fiber direction. Up and down. Good job. And now what we're going to do is we're going to switch out to the fork. You can also use the bullet. We just want to use the attachment that's going to be more precise and targeted rather than something larger that's going to diffuse the energy. We want it to be much more targeted because this muscle group is quite small. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have you open and close the door. Nice and slowly. Good job. How's that feel? Okay? Pretty sensitive?
Not too bad.
Okay, we'll turn up to level 2 here. And then open that door up. Nice and slow. Great job moving. Nice and consciously. There it is. Yeah. Good. Really open that up. And then slowly bring her across again. All the way. And breathing through. And then come back out and exhale. Good. Good. We're doing some great work here that's going to get you lasting progress. You're doing an amazing job, Olivia. I know this can be a little sensitive in here, so. And then one more. We're going to work into the pec major and clavicular pec region. All the way across. Good job. And then open again. Good. You're doing great. So proud of you. This is not comfortable sometimes, but this is key in the process to getting lasting results in the rhomboids and traps. Alright, test it out, Olivia. How's that feeling? How's your chest feeling?
Good.
A lot more open. Yeah. And the fibers feel good. They feel a lot more soft in there too. So there you have it. That's the pec minor release. And then enjoy the next video on the traps. All right, so next we're gonna do our trap release. This one is very effective. You can do it while they're laying prone, supine, or even sitting or standing. So right now, what I'm gonna do is warm you up with the flathead. We're gonna kind of start by just allowing the gun to follow the direction of the muscle fibers. It's coming up through at a diagonal, following those lines, getting into the neck. And with the flathead, when we warm up, we can also use the edge to really help to elongate these muscle fibers. Within 30 to 60 seconds of percussion, the muscles, the tissues and everything, they vascularize and blood flow is massively increased. So the warming up, 30 to 60 seconds per muscle region. Just gonna warm up both sides here. And I'm on level 2. That's gonna give you the easiest speed to move, to do stroking style massage without any resistance. And you can feel free to start warming up into the neck, all the way up into the occipitals. Just being careful to use very gentle pressure when you get into the neck. It can be a bit jarring if you don't use easy pressure. All right, now that we're warmed up, we're gonna just swap out to the fork attachment. This is the trap's best friend because it's able to really get 2 heads of the muscle at once. So we're gonna start by doing a couple strokes here along the top upper traps here, and then a couple strokes down to the mids, and lower. How's that feeling, Olivia? Is the pressure okay? All right, good. And now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have you shrug your shoulders up to your ears and hold them up there. Do you feel these traps contracting?
Yeah.
Okay, hold them. And then you're gonna slowly begin to melt those shoulders down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. And sometimes we'll do this with the patient sitting. That actually allows gravity to work its magic with resistance on the contraction and release on the lengthening. And then this time I want you to roll your shoulder blades back and down. Good job. And then inhale as you pull those traps up, all the way up. Yes, good job. Shoulders up into the ear. And then slowly relax. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic job. Feeling much more supple already. Feeling more like muscles are supposed to feel. That's great news. Awesome. And then again, when you're ready, roll your shoulder blades back and down. Take a nice big inhale as you lift those shoulders up towards your ears and hold it, hold it, hold it. And then slowly allow them to come back to neutral for 10, 9, good. On your exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fabulous job, Olivia. These are feeling much better already. Good, good. Awesome job.